Agile, Scrum, and DevOps. These days, these are very commonly used project methodology towards project management. There are a lot of overlappings between them, the Agile, Scrum, and the DevOps as well. So earlier days, we had seen something like a waterfall model was more common, like at the end of each distinct phase, at the end of system engineering, it gets into the analysis phase. And once analysis is completed, the documentation is sent to the design. And then based on the design, coding is done. And then testing, maintenance is just a waterfall model. But and again, this is still used waterfall model, particularly more common in fixed price projects when particularly you have a vendor, that is the supplier and customer relationship is there. Then this is the easiest one, fixed price. So you know the requirement very well. I mean, requirement is freezed, is agreed upon, and then based on the requirement, you get into the design, and design is agreed upon, then you code, test, and maintain. Still used, but there are situations where you want to get into a model that wherein you release a product with certain features. An ideal example could be a mobile phone. You could release a mobile phone with some features and then add further features, maybe the software features only. Then yes, you can push the updated software into the mobile phone and it will work. Maybe the code release version 2. But if it is a functionality release, yes, sometimes they say initially they release 5 model and then they'll say 5A and 5B, 5C and so on and so forth. Then later they will say version 6 with something like an advanced feature, they will say 6. So all this comes under the Agile Scrum framework, wherein you will have product backlog is something like a product features. You might have 10 different features, they call it stories, 10 different features, and they prioritize based on inputs. They prioritize those features, and then the topmost priority ones which needs to be essential in the product, it will go into the sprint cycle and that gets released. And then once that is released, then again they will get into the discussion with the product owner, take out from the product backlog, they take out the features and it will go into the another sprint, and that gets released. So this is again, it's all about the Scrum. So DevOps is something, and again, DevOps is very common in a kind of a cloud framework, wherein there is continuous integration and continuous delivery happens. CI and CD, they refer to CI and CD. Basically, it is the continuous integration and continuous delivery, which CD refers to continuous delivery and CI refers to the continuous integration. So you basically, this one, the diagram image shows it clearly, like the development, then it gets deployed. When it gets deployed, the IT operations takes over and there need to be a quality assurance. So all work in tandem so that the continuously the releases happens, and post release goes into the operations, IT operation takes over, and the whereas in the some development continues to happen, and there need to be quality assurance to whatever is developed, and then there is, once it is deployed, the IT operations takes over. So the in DevOps it's a continuous process. So it'll be something like you can code, plan, monitor, operate. So it goes into the kind of a circle. I mean, the earlier days it was still called spiral. There are now it is the agile or it is Scrum framework or for cloud, and cloud is where they call it as DevOps. So I think what I felt was something like project to operations. The term they have given is development to ops. So development can be termed as a project. So project, then it goes into the operation. So project is what is dev. the development part. So that's about, in a nutshell, the Agile, the Scrum, and DevOps. And again, the point to notice, there is lot of each organization or each projects, there is tailoring based on the needs, based on the complexities, based on the customer, based on the product. So all these parameters, I mean, though there are standards are there for even the Scrum framework or DevOps. DevOps, of course, is the most recent one. But based on these multiple parameters, this process can be tailored for the needs of the company or the projects. So that's the bottom line. So thank you.